Hey, Shalom. All glorification, honor, and praise is due only unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, along with the bishops, Wazaquanyam, who rule and teach the lambs well, and salutations to the elect of Yasharallah, the Bayashada Wadah, which is the house of David. Yeah, so I very rarely do, consecutive videos on the same, article or topic or subject matter, if you will. Salakia, today is July the 14th, Sunday, all right, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And like I said, I very rarely do, multiple videos on the same topic or same subject matter. But yesterday, was a pretty big day in Babylon and a joyful day, for the hopeful elect, for us as the hopeful elect men of the Lord who are doing the work of the Lord in sincerity and in truth on the highways and byways throughout the four corners of the earth, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone. Yesterday was a Yapah day, man, a beautiful day. All right, if you're in the right frame of mind, if you're in the spirit, if you got Rakakwadash, you see that these curses that the brothers are throwing up, on this place to the Lord, are working, man, and the Lord is working. And the Lord is the one who sent that shooter in Butler, Pennsylvania yesterday. That was all ordained, man, from the foundation of the world, that someone was going to shoot at DJ Trump at one of his so-called rallies in Butler, Pennsylvania. All right. But I was watching this video, all right, off of France 24 English. And a word jumped out at me. And you see the title of the video, Trump shooting, further polarization of Democrats and Republicans, specialist says. And the word that jumped out at me, Slakia, was polarization. Now, they spell it with an S, and I don't know if that's the French rendering of the word or so-called French, they Edomites. All right, but, if you look this word up, Slakia, we're going to look it up. All right, if you just type in polarization definition, all right, into Google, okay, you see the first entry. All right, division into two sharply contrasting groups or sets of opinions or beliefs, okay? And the two groups that are sharply divided and contrasting in their beliefs, all right, in Babylon the Great today, all right, are the, well, first of all, you have the elect versus the unbelievers, okay? The elect of Israel, the Israel of the Most High, Yahweh Shah, and the 2/3. So you have that, all right? But then you have the Democrats and the Republicans, which goes back to the plebeians and patricians in the ancient pagan Roman Empire. The plebeians, all right, were for the people, kind of like the Democrats are today, but really none of these, politicians so-called are for the people. And the patricians were for the, the upper class, more the elite of the society. So there's no new thing under the sun, right? Ecclesiastes 1. All right, hold on. Let's get that. All right, because lots of times, we'll quote scriptures or mention a scripture, but, it's important to read the scriptures too. We can roughly paraphrase, and there's nothing wrong with that. But let's read this. This is a milk scripture, Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. Right? And there is no new thing under the sun. Okay? So, as of, July the 14th, 2024, again, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, it's amazing that a lot of you Jakes still are buying into this Democrat versus Republican bullshit, man. You think Biden is for you, which Biden is a complete fucking demon, devil, racist ass motherfucker, man. Just like DJ Trump. But you're buying into that narrative, man. That because I'm a Satan, the god of this world, man. Amalek has blinded you, you know, which ultimately that's the Lord blinding you, man. All right. So let's go back to polarization. All right, again, polarization, quick Google definition, right? Division into two sharply contrasting groups or sets of opinions or beliefs. All right, and this place is divided, man. All right, there's so much division. There's division within the Democratic Party. There's division within the Republican Party. There's division among the super elites, man. All right, because these politicians, they're just paid puppets. They manage the corporation that is called America today. They don't got no real power. They mouthpieces, right? But the elites is divided against one another, man. All right, so you got all this division. You got, you know, which is what happened yesterday, man. What went down in Butler, Pennsylvania was a fucking psyop, man. We ain't ignorant of Satan's devices, his schemes, his plots, his plans. Let's get that. Another milk scripture. All right, and this is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us. Who is Satan on the earth today? Esau, Edom, the so-called white race. All right, starting with the chief captains, man, and princes of this world. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Warburgs, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers. Okay, and the list goes on. All right, the ruling families, the international bankers, man, that's Satan on the earth. The spiritual demon Satan has offspring on this earth. Okay? They the Edomites. For we are not ignorant of his devices. Right. I mean, that thing was so staged. I mean, look, I'm speaking as a man because I can't prove this. But that was that was all a setup. Okay? It was a setup. They got a sharpshooter. All right? You know, how are you on the roof? Okay? In this society where everything is surveilled, how are you just willy-nilly on a roof with a rifle, taking aim at a president? Come on, man. Come on. If you don't smell a rat, you just, well, you know, 2/3 of you are fucking stupid. You know, you Edomites. You know, you Trumpers. All right, you MAGA patriots. Y'all are fucking retarded too, just like the 2/3 of our people. If you can't see a setup, and it's something you just come in, and again, I'll harken back to the elder Apostle Gawar's video last week, where he was admonishing and exhorting, you know, the brethren, all right, to steady be putting curses up on this place. And man, I was cursing the hell out of this place yesterday morning, man. Through the spirit, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, throwing them up, man, throwing them up. And then look what happened at the end of the day, right? The great white hope gets shot at in Butler, Pennsylvania, man. Now, how are the elites going to use this to their advantage? How is Joseph Robinette Biden and his party going to use this to their advantage? How are the Republicans going to use this to their advantage? Right? You know, we all know what's coming, man. This is huge. I mean, this is a straight up, you know, even though I believe it's totally staged and provocateur, it's like it. This is a big deal, man. Because nothing like this has happened since that dude shot at Ronald Reagan. What was that, back in 1980 or 1981? I mean, I was just, 1980, I was like 7 years old. But I remember it. You know, back then you only had 3 channels to watch on TV. And the TV went off at midnight. It turned into snow until 6 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, this is beautiful, man. But this place is, you know, divided, man. All right, and that division is spilling over, you know, and turning in, or turning, so like, if you will, violent. Okay. How do you think these Trumpers and these Bubbas, as I call them, especially here in South Carolina, how do you think they're going to respond to this? Huh? How do you think the Proud Boys are going to respond to this? How do you think that all these militia groups that have been training, you know, in America are going to take this? These veterans these combat veterans, right, that have been preparing for this place to fall. They've been preparing for the civil war that's coming. How do you think they're going to respond to this? You know? And you niggas better watch your backs, man. Straight up. And that goes for all you tribes, man. And no matter what you look like. You know? You tribes better be on point. Because it's, you know, we had a breaking point. And again, it's just beautiful timing. Let me get some scriptures though that speaks to this division and what happens to a kingdom that's divided against itself. Because this place is finished, man. You know, Kahalo Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Kodash. This place is done. Place is done, son. Through. Okay? Credit given to the elder Yashar Wamba out there in Dallas, Texas. Right? Through. All right, this is the book of Mark. Chapter 3 and verse 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables. This is Yahweh Shai speaking, right? How can Satan cast out Satan? Right. And again, there's a spiritual demon, Satan, that works for the Most High on the left-hand side in the heavens. All right. And there's a physical Satan on the earth. His people, man. Satan's people, the Edomites, Esau. Okay, that's Satan, man. But you know what? Hey, 2/3 of our people are adversaries, man. They're anti-messiahs. All right now. Okay, they won't be back in their right frame of mind until they're born again into the kingdom of heaven through the loins of the elect men. But anyways, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. All right, assassination attempt on a U.S. president. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Again, you got to go back to 1980. It's either 1980 or 1981. You know, so you're talking, what is that, like 43 years ago? So, you know, it's something that only happens once in a lifetime. You know, if that. All right? Divided, man. Divided. All right? They clearly provocatoring a race war. And the scriptures talks about it, man. All throughout all the prophets talked about civil unrest and class warfare coming to this fucking place, man. All right? Verse 25, and if a house be divided against itself, right, the house of Edom, okay? It's divided against itself, man. That house cannot stand. All right? It says it cannot stand. All right? So this place is falling fast, man, and it's going to fall. All right? And great is going to be the sound of it when it does fall, because it's going to be thrown down pursuant to Revelation 18th chapter with great violence, man, with them intercontinental ballistic missiles and the chariots blasting this place. Verse 26, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. You know, and my byways lesson this week, you know, was going into how this is, you know, the end of all things, man. The end of all things is at hand. 1 Peter 4 and 7. And that's true, man. You know, this man is at his end. Okay? Hey, so let's get a... Let's get another scripture. I mean, at this point in the game, man, they all milk scriptures, really, if you think about it. All right? Again, all the prophets from A to Z talked about this place going down, talked about what would be happening at the end, you know, famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. All right, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, you know, which goes into race war, you know, class war, you know, civil unrest. All right, Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 1, the burden of Egypt. Right, and Isaiah, you know, was on the scene well after ancient Egypt had fallen. All right, so what is he talking about? What Egypt is he speaking of? He's speaking of America, man. All right, this place is Egypt in the spirit. Egypt reborn. Sodom, Nineveh, Assyria, Bozrah. Okay, Greece, Rome, Babylon. You know, America has many code names in the scriptures, man. Oh, America's not written in the Bible. You ain't gonna find. No, you're not gonna see the word America in the Bible. Which this place was named after a Portuguese explorer named Amerigo Vespucci. You know, the word actually means bitter. No, you're not gonna see America in the Bible. But that's because you're not spiritual, man. You got to be a spiritual man to understand and receive these mysteries and be able to grasp this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He's talking about America, man. Behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud. Now, how is the Lord going to ride upon a swift cloud when it says, surely the Lord Yahweh power will do nothing? In Amos, the 3rd chapter. All right? Because his son is going to be riding on that chariot, man, on that cloud, coming into Edom to destroy it. All right? And shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved, and his presence in the heart of Egypt, all right, or mine, shall melt in the midst of it. And you people's minds are melting out here, man. You know? Yeah, hey, you know, it's going to be 97 in the shade today. You know, I'll be out working. You know, doing some side work, irrigation work and stuff. You know, I'll be working in it. Hey, you know, you can fry an egg out on the street, man. But your minds are melting out here. You people don't know what the fuck is going on. You don't even understand how your own government works. You don't understand that there's puppet masters pulling the strings of your so-called politicians. You're fucking retarded, man. Okay? So your minds are melting, man. All right? and like I said, man, hey, brothers was amped yesterday. I know I was last night, you know, coming out of a Shabbat. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, all right? In other words, I'm going to set you so-called white people against you so-called white people. But that also goes into the 2/3 too, because 2/3 of you are counted as Egyptians right now. You're counted as Americans, black, Hispanic, Native American, you know, Egyptians, right? Division, polarization. And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. So you're going to have even cities. You know, you might have a city a couple hours away from you. You know, for example, Charlotte, door to door, I can get there in about an hour and a half, right? Depending on what side of Charlotte I go to. Right, Charlotte's a big city, right? You might have Charlotte, they might be pro-Biden or pro-Democrat. You know, North Carolina's a pretty liberal state, actually, you know? But then 2 hours south, you know, talking about West Columbia where I am, you know, this place is a heavy red state, Republican state. So cities are going to be at each other. Whole cities, man, are going to be, all right, set against one another, man. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. Right? There are no counselors. The counselors are the men of the Lord. You should be getting your counsel from, first and foremost, the apostles of Great Millstone. That's where we get our counsel from the bishops and elders, etc. And you know, other Akion, man. I like listening to the brothers. You know, I listen to as much as I can, you know, of the Akion. But, you know, definitely the apostles are they're it, man. But, you know, again, 2/3 of our people ain't hearkening to sound counsel. And there is no sound counsel with Esau. He's just a complete fool. He's a bumbling, stumbling idiot. And you know what? Biden is a perfect representative for you people, man. Fucking clown. And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. Right. But guess what? These wizards and these warlocks and these charmers, they ain't got the answers no more. You know, we could go to Isaiah, 47 right about now? Satan's not dealing with them no more. They're out. They're played out. They're done. They ain't got it no more. They ain't got the juice. All right? So, yeah, just, you know, just a word that caught my attention this morning through the Spirit. Polarization. This place is divided. All right, and this place is going to fall. All right? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Lord willing, you was edified through the Spirit. If I don't want to say shalom, let's on to the next video.